Hey y'all, it's Elizabeth here, Bridget's Well. I wanted to do an oracle card reading for March 6th through 12th of 2017. I apologize for getting this up a little late. I haven't been feeling well this weekend and I'm still not feeling great. You could probably hear it in my voice. But I wanted to just do a really quick reading just so I can keep the momentum going with these. So I pulled some cards from the Ascended Masters Oracle deck. So for Monday and Tuesday, our card is Positive Change, Parvati. So this is telling me that Monday, Tuesday, we're going to see either some things that we've been wanting to change or make changes in our lives are going to start happening, or we're going to make a decision to make a positive change. Parvati is also the mother of Ganesh, and Ganesh is the remover of obstacles. Parvati is also the goddess of mountains, so sometimes making positive changes can feel a bit like a mountain, right? Going up a mountain, and then you get to come back down the other side once you've made the change, sometimes. So that's the first thing for this. The first 2 days of this week is positive change. Either the changes you've been wanting to make are going to be manifesting themselves for you, or you're going to be making decisions or taking the first steps toward making those changes you've been wanting to make. For Wednesday, Thursday, we have Kuan Yin with Let It Go. So I think this goes along really, really well with our first card of the week. Of course, Kuan Yin is the goddess of compassion. And one of the greatest things we can do to be compassionate for ourselves is to let go of things that are out of our control. So once we decide to make this positive change, then we have to let go of our attachment to the outcome. So that's one step within manifestation that I think can be hard to grasp sometimes, is you put out the intention to do it and then you sit back and let it go and continue moving forward in life. And oftentimes you'll see that it will come along at the perfect time for you. So Wednesday, Thursday, after we've started making these positive changes, then we're going to let go of our expectations of ourselves and of others in concerning the change. Also, this could also be letting go of any blockages or negative self-talk that you've been running in your head concerning any sort of changes you might want to make. So for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the card is Yoga, Babaji. Now, I'm not going to tell everyone to go out and join a yoga class. However, sometimes when we're making changes in our lives, even if they're positive changes, they can get stuck within our bodies. So to me, what this is saying about this week is toward the end of the week, movement. Now, it doesn't have to be yoga. It could just be gentle stretching. It could be easy walking. It could be whatever sort of movement works for you. Just get out there and move. And also, when we move, it helps us to let go of energies that we've been holding on to within our bodies. So any type of movement that works for you is great. You don't have to go to a hardcore kickboxing or Pilates class in order to get benefit from movement. Also, I think that this could mean, if you are interested in taking a yoga class, do it. Go ahead and get started. It's a very beneficial practice if it's something that resonates with you. Our overview card for the week is Nurture Yourself, Mother Mary. So I think this goes along really well with the rest of the cards for the week, because you're making these positive changes, you're moving forward, letting go of any blockages, and then also taking care of your physical body. Nurturing yourself is a multi-level process. So as you start to make these changes and you start to let go of things, remember to take time to allow yourself to process. So if you find that some of these changes that you're making, let's say you decided you wanted to move more, exercise more, well, don't overdo it. So don't go out there and, if you haven't been very active, go out there and run a mile. Just start out with the small steps. Nurture yourself. It could also be taking a bath, allowing yourself the time to meditate, you know, just doing whatever you do that nurtures yourself, which, and I'm hearing another thing too is boundaries. Now, people typically don't tend to think of boundaries as being nurturing, but they are. They're nurturing to you. So make sure that as you're, and that could also be part of the positive change, is that you're putting down boundaries where they've been needed to be put for quite some time. So don't be afraid to do that. I think these cards are saying that's going to be a positive thing for you. One other thing I'm going to say about these cards is, if the message of the cards don't specifically resonate, or even if they do, sometimes in these types of readings, when you are dealing with cards that represent specific goddesses or gods or energies, it's good to Google. So for instance, you might want to, if the Parvati, the positive change Parvati card really resonated with you, look up Parvati. And you never know what kind of information you might find. You might find that Parvati is a goddess that you need to be working with. A lot of times too, when we search for things like that, we'll start with one thing and end up somewhere else and find something we were meant to find. So that's another thing I would encourage you to do, especially with readings with like these specific goddesses and gods. Look them up, learn a little more, and you never know what you might find. So that being said, I'm just going to reiterate who they were. This is Parvati, Kuan Yin, Babaji, and of course, Mother Mary. So hopefully that resonated with you all. I hope you're having a wonderful week, and I wish you many blessings.